Yo, what's going on guys, X2 Flair here and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we have got the best midfield picks for FPL Game Week 9. And before we get into the video, please like and subscribe as we're trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And also check out our Patreon, the link and details to that are in the description down below. So check that out if you guys want to see some cheeky behind the scenes footage of the team and any other updates about the channel. With that being said, let's get into the video. So taking a look at the first player on the list is Ziyech from Chelsea. Ziyech scored 11 game week 8 points as he got himself 2 assists against Sheffield. This totals his score to 25 points in the last 2 game weeks and has been absolutely prolific for Chelsea in his first 2 starts for them, as he has scored 1 goal and 3 assists in his last 2 games. He is coming in at £8.1 million, which has seen an increase of 0.1 since the start of the season. He currently has a very low 9.3% ownership, so could be a good differential pick in midfield. He's also on free kicks and corners, which provides so many assists throughout the season and has been so influential to the Chelsea attack upon his arrival. His next fixtures include Newcastle, Tottenham, Leeds and Everton, which look favourable for some more attacking returns for Ziyech, as these teams have not been the best defensively so far this season. So now taking a look at the next player on the list, it's Bruno Fernandes from United. The Portuguese midfielder compiled 17 game week 8 points as he got himself 2 goals and an assist against Everton. This totals his score to 53 points for the season, making him the 5th highest scoring midfielder in FPL. He's coming in at £10.5 million with a modest 20.9% ownership. He currently has a very impressive number 4 ICT index ranking and could be one to consider for the squads, as he has had the most big chances created in the last 4 game weeks. He's central to the United attack and he's on free kicks and penalties, as we know. And with the upcoming fixtures of West Brom, Southampton, West Ham and City, especially those next 3 are looking very favourable for some more attacking returns for Bruno Fernandes. So now moving on to the next player, it's James Rodríguez from Everton. Rodríguez only managed 2 points in game week 8. This totals his score to 43 points for the season, making him the 7th highest scoring midfielder in FPL. He's coming in at £7.9 million, but his price is projected to drop over the next few days, so could be one to get at a decent price in the next week or so. He currently has a 28.6% ownership, which has dropped about 12% in the last 3 weeks. He currently has a number 8 ICT index ranking for midfielders, which is still very impressive, and considering that he has come back from injury and Everton have their full strength team back with Richarlison, as he should be fit for game week 9, he definitely should be one you could be considering to bring into the squads, as his next fixtures include Fulham, Leeds, Burnley and Chelsea. So once again, those next 3 looking very favourable with some more attacking returns for James Rodríguez. Now moving on to the 4th player on the list, it's Bernard from Everton. Bernard scored 8 points in game week 8 as he got himself a goal against Manchester United and looked very impressive in his first start for the Blues, as he was just absolutely prolific to their attack. It seemed to be all coming through that left side for him. He's coming in at £5.8 million with just a 0.1% ownership. As I say, he looked absolutely incredible against Manchester United and was so influential to the Everton attack. The only thing is that he may lose his spot to Richarlison when he comes back in, but he could come in instead of Sigurdsson, as Sigurdsson is playing in the midfield. You never know if Bernard slots into that midfield spot, so he could be a good budget option that is very under-owned and under-recognised to consider for the FPL squads next game week. Saying that, his next fixtures include Fulham, Leeds, Burnley and Chelsea, and those next 3 are good fixtures to prove whether or not he could be a consistent starter and a consistent performer for Everton, as if he does, he could be a very nice option to have in the side. So now moving on to the 5th and final player on the list, it's Wilfried Zaha from Palace. Zaha scored 5 points in game week 8 as he got himself an assist against Leeds. This totals his score to 54 points for the season, making him the 4th highest scoring midfielder in FPL. He has seen an increase of £0.4 million since the start of the season, meaning he is coming in at a price tag of £7.4 million. He currently has a 29.1% ownership with a very impressive number 5 ICT index ranking for midfielders. This season he has compiled 5 goals and 2 assists, showing that he has great consistency this season, which has always been the big question mark over Zaha's head. He has great upcoming fixtures which include Burnley, Newcastle, West Brom and Tottenham, so once again those next 3 look very favourable with some more goals and assists for Zaha to add to his tally for this season. So that's what I've got for today, guys, for the best midfield picks of FPL Game Week 9. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe, and leave a comment who you guys are going to bring into the squads for Game Week 9, and was it any of these midfielders. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.